Now a short demonstration of how to log in to SimHerd and analyze a certain scenario on your user account. You click here in the top on user login and you enter the username that I gave to you. In this situation there are already 2 herds on the account. You can just choose any of them, click on overview standard here, and there you can you could edit your standard to specify how your current situation would look like, but typically you only want to create a scenario since you're working in a demo herd or in a situation where I already created the herd for you. So click on create scenario, and then here on the right hand side a new box pops up where you should click on here scenario, and now you're inside the scenario where you can specify what parameters you would like to change. You can also see here in the top, this is here step 4 where it's green, that's where you are here, and here you can see the column where the values are shown for the standard. These ones you cannot change, but now in the scenario you can enter some alternative values here. And if we for example go to disease, we can for example analyze a lower risk of mastitis, and you basically click on save here in the top, save, and you have to click on run, and now the simulation starts running. You have to wait 1.5 minutes before it's done and before you have a report. In the meantime you can enter a comment and click on save here. Remember that to enter a comment, click on the word comment here for the box to open, and now we just have to wait until the results are done. Now we can see here that the simulation status is successful, it's done, and we have a report now with the results of our simulation. Now you can immediately go to the economic results from year 1 to 10, or you can go to the technical results or the annual economic results, but I always advise to go to this button, print report, and your entire report will be opened in a new window, and from there you can write a PDF as well. So here, open the entire report. Here your comment is also written, and here you can see the economic results of reducing the risk of mastitis is an increase in gross margin per cow year of 88 euros. If you go down, then you see some technical results, how things change over time, but normally you go to the table where you can interpret the values of increased milk yield and conception chances and replacement rate. And here in the bottom you also see the risk for mastitis and also the incidence of mastitis being 20 cases per cow year less. And here you can see the overview of revenues and expenses. You can see here more sold milk and more feed for cows as an increase in expense and lower treatment costs. And if you subtract the expenses from the revenues, then you get the increase here in gross margin, 18,414 per year and 88 per cow year. And in the table all the way at the bottom you can see how the change in gross margin differs over time, and here you can see that an improvement in other health already pays off in year 1. You can say there's not so much dynamics here. So you can easily leave this window open, don't have to close it. You can go back to the model and alternatively change some prices as well. That's very straightforward. I don't really have to demonstrate that. Change some prices and click on use price changes in the report if we have a lower milk price, for example. That's very straightforward. So now the model doesn't have to run again, it just uses different prices. You can immediately go to the model again and now see that the increase in gross margin is not 88 but 77 euros per cow year if we have a lower milk price. That's all there is to it. Go back to the overview, always this big button in the top, and here you can create another scenario, and this appears below the first one. It always appears below. Remember to give it names, because once you have 10 scenarios here, it's nice to know what the name is, what the comment is, to find your way around. And you can start all the way from the start again. For example, start breeding your heifers a lot earlier. Click on save and click on run and enter breed heifers earlier. That's it. remember always to change your language if it starts out with Danish. That's it.